Hey, what's up, my peoples? Go here, the freaking geek himself, and it's time to just transform Dreamstar Toys Top Raid. So without further ado, let's just transform it. So the first thing we're going to do is start undoing the backpack here, so we can take these sections here and just bring them in. Just give them a little tug here, out to the side. They'll tab in right here on the sides. Just bring those down and get them out of the way. You then want to undo the cockpit here. Just loosen all that up, like that. We can then take these panels here on the side, just bring them out. There's a tab slot connection right there, so just line it up and just push it down. So that will secure itself into place. Do the same thing on the other side, just bring that out and just push that down like so. We also have these sections here that you want to just flip out. Just bring those out as far as they'll go. And again, just rotate those out and get them out of your way. So now we're going to work on the chest. So just come up under here, just pop his chest up. You want to then open up this section here. You have a little section underneath that will flip out. These side chest sections here, you want to pull out. Pull those out like so until they are loose, and then you just want to kind of take the head and just tuck it in and bring all of this up. You then want to take these side panels here and just flip these out. We can close this up as well like that. Just make sure that this little section also sits all the way up. Make sure the head is sitting all the way flat against that, and take this little section and bring that back down. Now, these sections right here are going to collapse up and then slide in. They'll tab into place. So bring that up and slide that in, and then these two panels here will connect together like that. And this entire assembly has a little tab slot connection that will happen right there. Just get that lined up and plug that into place like so. And now we'll do a little work on this nose cone section here. So you want to take this assembly here and just rotate this up and flip up the landing gear. And then you can just take these panels here. We don't want to secure them just yet. We just want to bring them up like that. And now all of this will come up. You got a tab slot connection right there, so make sure you have all those joints lined up. And then this will come up and over like so. And once you've done that, now we can close all this up. Now there are tabs that go into the slot in the landing gear itself, so make sure you have all of that in place. There we go, just like that. Close that nose cone up, and you got it looking just like that. And once that is done, we can take these sections here and rotate them forward, and you'll have a tab slot connection that will happen right there. Just bring that down, line it up, and bring it around, line it up like so. So now we're going to work on the arms. Now, one thing to note is you do want to make sure that the hands are completely flat, like that. And now you want to open up this little side panel here. Open that up, and this assembly will come down on a double hinge. You want to rotate the arm outward 90 degrees and then bring the arm up like so. You then want to rotate the hand so the palm is now facing down. Then you take this section and it will just sit over the hand like that. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, make sure that hand is flat. We're going to open up this little panel here on the side. I might copy this side's a bit snug. There we go. Undo that and bring that down. Rotate the arm out. Bring that up. Rotate that hand so the palm is facing down, and then bring this up and just bring it down over the hand like that. All right, so now to start working on the legs, we're going to take this fin here, just untab that, and we have a fin in here that we're going to untab as well. Bring that down, and then we're going to open up this bottom section right here. So just give all this little wiggle wiggle. That will pop down, and then you want to open up this section here. Just kind of give the foot and that thruster there a little tug, and that will open up. You want to take this little connector piece, flip that in. You want to leave that up, bring the foot down, fold the toe down, and then rotate the toe around, and then flip all of that in. Once that's done, you can close this back up, bring this thruster up, and this little section here will just sit right over it, and then you can get all of that situated there. Now you want to come to the knee. It's a double jointed knee, so you want to move the top joint, which is on a ratchet, and this knee pad here will just slide up. Take this and flip that in, like so, and you have this little panel right here that's going to open up and get out of the way. Kind of move that second joint there so you have the clearance, and then this will just swing over to the side. Once you do that, you can close that back up, and then you can straighten that leg back up. So now for all of this, we're going to take this fin and just rotate it around. We're going to take this fin, untab it here, straighten it out, straighten this up, and just slide it down so that will lock into place. We want to then undo this section here and straighten this out, and then all this will swing over and untab there, and at that point you can extend all this on this hinge like so. This entire assembly will rotate around like that, and you're going to take this, bring it down, swing it over, and what's going to happen here is this section right here is going to rotate 180 like that, and now this fin will collapse down and tab in right there, and this fin, you see there's a tab and there's a slot right underneath it, right in there, so you can secure that like that. So once that's done, we can take this panel here, straighten it out, and get that seated where it needs to go, and this will just come down and tab in right here, slide that up, give it a push, and that is now secured into place, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, we're going to untab this and untab that. We're going to untab all this, open that up, and then we're going to open this section up right here, flip that in, and bring that foot down a bit so we can flip the toe down, then rotate the toes 180, flip that in, close that up, why is it fighting me? There we go. And bring that up and bring that down. Then just bend that top knee joint so we can undo the knee pad here. Flip that up, and we can kind of engage that second knee joint so we can open this panel up and swing this bit out to the side and close that back up and straighten the leg back out. And now again, take this fin, rotate it around, untab this fin, bring it up, get all this straightened out, and then just slide it down to secure it. Take all this and unfold it, bring that out to the side so you can then extend that out, and then take this and rotate it 180, bring all of this down, rotate this section 180, and then secure this fin right here. Get this fin, secure that from underneath like so, and then get this panel all straightened out, bring this down and tab that in like that. Now before we connect the two halves, you want to take his crotch here, you want to bring it down, you want to take these side bits here and collapse them in, you want to rotate the crotch assembly around, and again you want to make sure that these are sitting like that, and then just kind of feed this up in here and push it in as far as it will go, so it's sitting like that. And once that is done, now we can connect the two halves. Bring this side in first, and then this side will sit over it. Tab in right there, tab in right there. That will peg in right there. Some things may come undone as you're doing it, and that's fine. You just push all that back together and get all that situated again. And there you have the back half of the jet pretty much done. So now to get the arms into place, what's going to happen is you have this tab that's going to go into this port right here, and you have this tab that's going to go into this slot right here. So just bring the arm down and make sure this arm comes down all the way. Make sure that ratchet comes down all the way. That'll just drop itself right into place. This tab you do have to kind of feel out. Make sure this bit is out of your way also. And you should. Sometimes it helps if you just kind of bend the elbow a little bit, and there we go. See, that drops right into place. It's nice and flush, like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, just bring that arm down. Again, just make sure that that ratchet comes down all the way, like so. And then you just get this arm into place. Again, helps if you kind of bend the elbow a little bit. There we go. It'll help locate that. And it'll just drop in like so. And once you have that done, you have these two halves here, which we're just going to tap together and then just drop down into place like that. And then you can take these sections here, just going to collapse down, and you have a slot for this tab right here. Just bring that down, and that'll just pop itself in. Again, just bring that down, and that will pop itself in. Now you take these panels here, just on a double joint, just bring those up, and bring those up, like that. Okay, so we're at the home stretch here. We just got to do the wings. So the wings are just going to unfold themselves, like so. And we have little tab slot connections here, so just kind of collapse it down, tab it in, just collapse that down, tab it in, and we can get this this tank out of the way, so we can collapse this down and tab it in. And then we have our wing. We can bring that back. This little section here, we can now drop down, and then all of this, well, one more thing we have to do here is we have to take this and bring it up. It'll tab it in two places. You have a tab slot connection there and a tab slot connection that'll happen right here as well. So just get that all in. There you go. So now, once that is done, we just take all this and just collapse it in. This section here you have to bring in from the top. So just kind of swing that up and over. And all of that will just tab in like so. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just unfold that wing. Kind of bring that down just to help you out some. And again, just get all these tab slots into place so we can straighten the wing out. Straighten the wing out. And straighten the wing out. And then again, just bring that up. Tab that in, bring that back. We can drop this down now and get that in place like so. And there you have Top Raid in his alt mode. So now to get him into combined mode, first thing we're going to do is take these sections here, untab them, and then just tab them in right here on either side. So pop that up. And just bring that back and tab it in. So now for the wings, we're just going to undo them, bring it out. This makes this a bit easier. And we're basically going to fold the wings up as if we're going back into robot mode. So kind of undo the folding hinges here, undo this one. This one you're going to leave straight. But just collapse all of this in. There are tab slot connections for all of these panels here. So just make sure you got everything lined up. And it will all tab in Once that is done, you want to rotate this entire wing around. You should probably not tab in this section first. Do that, and then get this all tabbed back together. So what's going to happen here is you want to rotate this section of the tank up. I'll tab in right there, and then you're going to swing all this up on this hinge right here. So basically you want to get everything back there, set it in place, and then you just want to rotate this section up and drop that down, and that will look like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, undo all this. Just makes life a little bit easier. Undo that, and just start undoing all these tabs, and just start folding all of this up. Like that. And then take this whole thing and rotate it 180. At this point now, you can kind of put this back where it was. Fold this up. Fold this tank up first, and then fold the wing up on that interior hinge. Like that, and that tank should just drop in, tab into place. And at this point now you can just make sure that all those wing panels are tabbed together, and you got it looking like that. So now we're going to open up the bottom of the nose cone here. Get these panels wiggled out so we can bring all of this up. Get this side open here. And now we can flip into landing gear and then rotate this all the way around. Make sure it flips in all the way, and then we can close this back up. And once that's closed back up, there's a tab right here on the cockpit that's going to go into the slot right here. So you're only bending it at this hinge here. You're leaving this right where it is. So let's just drop back, and it will just drop right into place like that. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to just slightly untab this section here, and then we're going to just undo this fin here, rotate it up. We're going to undo this as well, and then we're going to rotate this section down like that, and then we're going to fold this hinge. We want this sitting just like that with this hinge kind of angled down like so. And then this fin right here will go over this tab. I'll just tab in right there, and then you flip this back. Tab slot connection will happen right there. And then you take this fin, you rotate it up, and this will tab in right here. And then you can just get all that situated right back where it was, and we can do the same thing on the other side. You just open this up, undo these fins here. Undo this fin as well. Just untab that, like so, and then we can rotate this down, swing this up, and again make sure this hinge is down like that. Get all that in place. We can tab this fin in now, why not? And then bring this fin in, bring it over, and bring that over, tab it in, and then get it all tabbed back into place, and you got that all done. And what we're going to do here is basically get this section pretty much back into robot mode. So just bring these out, like so, flip these in, flip that in, and then you can bring all this down. You can slide these halves together like that, and you want to take this bit here, you want to extend it out, bring all this down, and this will tab in right here. So just line that up and just drop it in like that, and there you have Top Raid in his combined mode. Okay, so now to get him back into robot mode, I'm going to undo all this here. Just free up all these hinges. Go bring these down. Let's get this stuff out of our way for now. We're going to undo these sections as well. Just untab those and bring those down. And we're going to take these panels here and shift them down. Shift them down, like so. And then we can just kind of pop these up and get all of this separated and get things freed up here. There we go. And next we can undo the arms. Let's bring them out to the side and bring them out to the side. And now we'll take this nose cone and just get this untabbed, get that out of the way, undo this, gotta get this up and out of our way. Right now this is just the getting things out of our way process. So undo all that and get those up and out of the way, and now we can get these legs transformed up. So now we're going to undo these sections here, and we can pop these panels up and just split the legs. Let's bring them out so we got some room to work here. So what we're doing now is we're going to take this panel here, just pop this up. We're going to rotate it 180. And we're going to take this section here. We're just going to rotate it. Actually, sorry, we're going to rotate it this way. So that way we can fold this in. It will tab into itself right here. And then this will collapse up and this will fold up and over. Tab slot connection right there. And that will just plug in right there, like so. And you can take this fin and rotate it around. And this fin will just tab in right there, and then we can flip this around and we can get all this worked on. So first thing we need to do is to bend that bottom hinge of the knee. So we can open this up, take this and swing that up, and then close that back up. Then we can then bend the top hinge of the knee here. Bring this little piece down, and then just slide that in like so, and then just straighten the knee out, and that is now in its home. So now we can open this back up. We can take the toesies here, and we can bring that out, rotate the toes down, and then flip the toes up, bring the foot the rest of the way up. There's a little tab piece that we need to flip out right there, like that. And then we're going to bring this up, just bring this thruster down, and there's a little tab that will go into a slot right in here in the thruster. So line all that up and tab that in. And now you just want to close this up, and you want to make sure that this section right here is pushed down. Give it a little push, and that'll push down, and that will just drop right into place. And then this will just tab in to this side, like so. And this fin will tab in right here, like that. And there you have a leg all done. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, take this, bring it up, and rotate it around. Swing this down. You want to swing this section around so you have this tab lined up with the slot. Then you can basically just accordion all this up, tab into place, bring that over, and then swing all this up and over. And that will just tab itself in right there. That fin will tab in right there. Just leave this fin right here where it is. And we'll just flip it around so we can work on all of this here. So again, we're going to just open this up, flip out the foot, there we go. Rotate the toes, bring them out, bring that up, get the little tab piece right there, bring this up, bring that thruster down, and line all of this up so that tab connects that thruster right there. You can just set that piece over the foot. We can bend the lower knee hinge to flip this up, bring that knee pad up, close that back up, and bend the top hinge of the knee. Bring this down, and then just make sure that sits into place, and bring that up. And again, we take this, make sure that this hinge is pushed down, like that, and then that'll just drop itself right into place. At least it should, in theory. There we go. And then that fin will just tab into the side right there. Again, you got a lot of hinges to work with, so sometimes it makes lining things up a little bit difficult because you can't really find the sweet spot. There we go. And then this will tab into the other side right here. Again, use all those hinges at your disposal. Line that up, and there you have the other leg all done. Next, you want to take his crotch piece here and just get it out of his butt. You may need a prying tool. Luckily, they supply you with one, so just, there we go. Use that to get it started. Bring it down. Bring the side sections out, and you just want to rotate around like so. And bring that up. Just straighten those out. Now you have the crotch all done. So now to get the chest back to where it was, we can open this up, bring all this up, and just kind of bring his head up through here. Helps to kind of push it through. There we go. Get his head up, and then close all this up. Close the chest panels back up. This little bit right here, just fold that under, and now you can close the chest back up. Now you want to make sure that these sections right here end up behind these. Just kind of pop it up and just kind of drop it down like that, and there you guys, chest done. Arms, you just want to take this panel here, just swing it down, bring the arm down, rotate it at the bicep. You can just rotate the hand so that's oriented properly. And this will just collapse up, and you just close up that panel. And there you have that arm all done. You're going to do the same thing on the other side, so just swing that down, bring that down, rotate the hand out, and then take this, collapse it up, and close it up and over that tab, like so. And there you got the arms, all done. And now we'll get the backpack situated here, so open this up. Open these panels up and just swing them all the way out and collapse them up. You want to undo this section of it right here and just let that hang down. You want to take these sections here and just swing them to the inside like that. And then these panels here, you just want to pull them out, not the whole thing, just this one panel here. And then just take that and just tuck that in. Again, just pull this little panel out, and then just swing it in like that. Now you want to take this nose cone here. You want to make sure that this double hinge folds in so you can swing this up, and you have a tab slot connection that'll happen here, and a tab slot connection that'll happen right in here. And now that should just drop itself right into place, like so. And now for the wings, just straighten this tank back out, like that, and just rotate all this back around. And you do want to straighten this hinge back out to where it originally was, like so. You collapse all this up. Now you can collapse this little section up like that. And then we can take this and swing it in, and you're going to have a tab slot connection that happens right in here. Just kind of push that in. There's also a little tab slot connection that happens right up in here as well. And then you can just take this and just swing all that in like so, and do the same thing on the other side. So just open this back up, and then swing this back around, straighten all that out so that's sitting nice and flush. collapse all this back in, undo this tip, and get all that situated, bring that up, and rock that in, it'll tap in, and then just rotate those tanks inward, and there you go. There you have Top Raid back in robot mode.